Hi, everybody. Um, I wanted to talk to you today about Kefir. Kefir, as you know, is a product that you can buy in a lot of health food stores and in your supermarket. It's basically a fermented uh, milk product, typically. What it is it's a bacteria fermenting in the milk, and the bacteria eats the sugar in the milk and creates a lot of probiotic. And kefir is typically something you can drink, and it's loaded with healthy enzymes and healthy gut flora. And a lot of people swear by it for longevity, weight loss, increasing metabolism, improving brain function. But most importantly, it's a great way to strengthen your immune system, because a lot of your immune system is dependent on the health of this flora inside your gut. And the microbiome, or flora, relies on a lot of things you come in contact with, specifically, in this case, food. You can actually nourish the microbiome and actually replenish it when it's been killed off. Lots of things kill off our microbiome in our gut, like things we drink, things we eat, poor diet, stress, all kinds of issues that occur. Um, um, so I thought it was an appropriate time to talk about this particular product because it's helped me so much to keep my immune system strong, especially with the COVID-19. It's probably an important time to really reinforce our immune system, not just with our exercise and yoga and our breathing, but also with our diet. So I'm going to talk about what's called water kefir. It's not the dairy kefir that you're used to seeing in the supermarket. Water kefir is something you can find at a lot of different places. This is just one product here. You don't have to do this one. You can find this on Amazon. That's where I got it. There's a lot of places you can find water kefir. A lot of great websites, and there's a lot of great videos about making water kefir. You don't have to just use this one. You can Google and find thousands of them on how to make it. I thought I'd share it with those who have never seen it or heard of it before. And this might be a nice resource to help you through this time. And it might be a lifelong process you continue, because this is something definitely I'm going to continue the rest of my life to help me stay healthy and strong, because it all starts here in the gut. It affects your nervous system, your cardiovascular system, your reproductive system. There's nothing that this doesn't help, because it's part of your digestive tract. It's what pulls nutrients out of your food. And it's what protects you from pathogens like viruses, like the one we're dealing with right now. So this is water kefir. So these are water kefir grains, and they'll come in a package like this if you order them for yourself. And like I said, you can find it on Amazon, you can find it at Whole Foods, lots of places you can purchase water kefir grains. And basically, water kefir grains are not really like grains in the sense that they're something that you would bake with. They're actually a collection of cultures, bacteria cultures that you'll use, and they'll last pretty much as long as you want them to last, because they're very resilient, they're very sturdy, and if you keep them fed, they're gonna last you a long time, your whole life, and they'll give you as much as you give them. It's a little bit of a commitment, I will say that. You have to kind of stick with it a little bit. You can leave them from time to time and take a break if you need to. I'll talk about that in a minute. But these are the water kefir grains right here. You can see at the bottom there's these little guys, and this is the bacteria. And they're in a solution of basically sugar water. I'm using kind of the worst kind of sugar you can get. Is basically non-organic cane sugar, which these guys, believe it or not, love. Now, even though this might not be great for human bodies, these guys love sugar. And it's okay if it's table sugar like this. Now, if you want to use a nicer sugar like palm sugar or a coconut sugar or more organic sugar or brown sugar, it's fine. It'll still work with these guys. You just have to decide what you want to use. I just used this because it was so convenient, and I was able to use it. So anyway, what I will do here is I'm going to show you this has been sugar water that this has been sitting in for about 40 hours. And so these guys have created this wonderful liquid that's just full of probiotic right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a bottle. This you'll have to order it. I recommend the Gross style bottles that have this flip top that you can seal like that, because these will carbonate. This will carbonate, and it can become pretty explosive if you're not watching it. You do have to burp this once in a while. Once the water kefir starts to ferment. So it's been fermenting for 2 days, and you can see that the water itself is you can test the sweetness. The sugar, by the way, the sugar's gone pretty much. It's a tiny bit of sweetness in there. The sugar's been eaten up by the bacteria already, and what's left over is this water kefir, or Kefir, as a lot of people have corrected me. So what I need now is a filter. You know, you want to use metal with the bacteria. The metal filters or metal spoons, that'll actually hurt the bacteria. You don't want to use metal. Use plastic. It loves plastic. It loves glass. That's fine for it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. And then we need a filter because we don't want our grains to go into the mix. We want to separate the mix out, okay? So let's go ahead and let's put the filter in there. And now we're going to just pour in the kefir. And so I'll just go right over the filter and pour it in like that. And you can see some of the grains are coming out. The filter's catching the grains. All that's going into the bottle is the water kefir right now. So what I would do with this now, I'm going to actually take this off here. And we're going to dump these guys back in there. And I'll put this to the side as well. So this is the probiotic, and you could actually drink it the way it is right now, but there's also kind of fun things you can do with this. You can make sodas, and one of the ways you could make a soda with this is you would add fruit juice to this. Like let's say I had a little grape juice. I would put grape juice and fill this up to this point, and then I'd cover it in the Gross bottle, and then I'd leave it outside on the countertop. Don't want to refrigerate it. You want to leave it in room temperature. 70 to 80 degrees is best for these guys. And in about 24 hours, this will ferment, and it further ferment. The little guys in here will eat the sugar and the fruit juice, and it'll start to carbonate and make a very bubbly, delicious kefir drink that you can drink like soda. Again, the sugar content's going to be extremely low. It's just enough for a little sweetness. That's it. And it's going to be loaded with all kinds of healthy enzymes and probiotic for your gut, and you can replenish your gut daily. I'm drinking about 2 cups of this a day. Some people do more, some people do less. It's really a preference. Build up your tolerance to it slowly. But so the total fermentation time would be 48 hours in the first fermentation with just the sugar water. Then we take that sugar water, we transfer it to here. It's now probiotic kefir. It's no longer sugar water. And then we might add some fruit juice. You can use pineapple, apple, grape, whatever is your fancy. I've actually made some already over here. This is cranberry juice, and this has been fermenting for about a 24-hour period. I'm going to just swirl it up a little bit because some of the bacteria settles on the bottom of the bottle, so we just want to stir it up. Cranberry doesn't really ferment as much, so it's not. You heard there's a little pop there. There's a little bit of fermentation, a little bit of carbonation. But if you want a really carbonated drink, pineapple juice is great. Grape juice really carbonates. This is cranberry. Carbonates a little bit. It's really delicious, and it's a great drink. Great for you. Great way to protect your immune system, build your energy, improve your digestion, replenish any lost flora. I recommend it. It's a lifestyle. Again, if you want to take a break, this is about every 2 days you have to replenish this. So I got to put more sugar water in here, and then it's got to sit for another 2 days to make more kefir. So anytime you want to take a break, however, you can take these guys, put them in a little bit of sugar water, and then stick these guys in the fridge, and you can leave them in there for 2 months of hibernation. They'll actually hibernate, and I can take them out in 2 months, and they'll wake up, and they'll be ready to make more kefir for me. So when you need to take a break, that's always an option. I will say this about when it starts to ferment. If you leave the fermentation too long, this will turn into alcohol. So you don't want to let it get that far. You don't want to turn into vinegar. So this, you don't want to let the fermentation go too far. So it's good to every once in a while kind of test it, kind of release the gas, and just make sure that it's getting to a point that you want to drink it still. When you've gotten to a certain point, you want to actually put this in the fridge, and it'll stop the fermentation, and it'll just keep it the way it is, and the bugs will stay nice and healthy, and you can drink it at your leisure. You don't have to drink it all right away. Okay. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with everybody. I'll make another video about the actual making of water kefir a little later. This will be a two-part series, so this is my first part. Thanks for watching. I'll follow up again with making another water kefir, and we'll go through that process, okay? Thanks.